If your garden soil feels stubborn, lifeless, or like it's resisting every attempt at planting, there's a simple yet powerful solution right under your feet. Earthworms. These unassuming creatures are the unsung heroes of the garden, tirelessly aerating, fertilizing, and improving soil structure without you lifting a finger. If you've been struggling with compacted soil, poor drainage, or slow-growing plants, the return of earthworms is one of the clearest signs that your soil is healing and thriving. In this video, we'll dive deep into how you can naturally invite these underground allies into your garden, the materials that earthworms love, and why this single habit can completely transform your garden from the roots up. Before we jump in, make sure to hit the like button, share this video with a fellow gardener, leave a comment with your favorite worm-friendly tip, and subscribe to Nature's Flora so you never miss a guide that helps your garden work with nature instead of against it. The secret to attracting earthworms isn't complicated. It's about creating a habitat that meets their basic needs: food, moisture, and shelter. Earthworms are drawn to decomposing organic matter. When you bury vegetable peels, fruit cores, melon rinds, or other biodegradable kitchen scraps, you aren't just getting rid of waste. You are laying out a banquet that invites worms to settle in. Chopping these scraps into smaller pieces accelerates decomposition and ensures that the worms can access their food quickly. Avoid meat, dairy, and oily leftovers, as these can attract pests and create an unhealthy environment underground. One of the most effective ways to introduce organic matter into your garden is through trench composting. Dig a shallow trench, about 6 to 8 inches deep, and layer in your kitchen scraps. Cover them with soil and let nature take over. Within a few days, worms will begin exploring these new nutrient-rich zones, attracted by moisture and the scent of decomposing matter. Trench composting works beautifully between rows of vegetables, around fruit trees, or in the corners of raised beds. Rotating your trench locations gradually improves the entire bed without disturbing the soil surface, preserving the delicate networks that worms and beneficial microbes have built. Cardboard and newspaper are surprisingly powerful tools in worm attraction. Soft, brown corrugated cardboard, especially when soaked with water, becomes a slow-releasing food source and shelter for earthworms. When buried under soil or mulch, it holds moisture, creates a cool underground refuge, and encourages worms to stay and reproduce. Layering shredded cardboard at the base of a trench before adding kitchen scraps can give worms a comfortable home base that supports their long-term presence in your garden. Over time, this layering method improves soil structure, retains moisture, and creates a resilient environment for plants to flourish. Coffee grounds and tea leaves are another worm-friendly addition. Used coffee grounds are rich in organic matter and contain a gritty texture that helps worms digest their food. When buried alongside kitchen scraps, coffee grounds accelerate decomposition and stimulate microbial activity, creating a rich underground ecosystem that worms love. Tea leaves, particularly from unbleached tea bags, break down quickly and act as an additional food source that mimics natural leaf mold. Incorporating these materials into your soil not only feeds the worms but also contributes to nutrient cycling and improves soil texture. Leaves are nature's original compost, providing worms with long-lasting nourishment. Partially decomposed leaf mold is especially valuable as it offers a steady, slow-releasing food source while buffering soil temperature and retaining moisture. Collect fallen leaves in autumn and allow them to partially decompose before burying them in garden corners or raised beds. Earthworms often establish colonies within leaf piles, so by burying them in the soil, you're giving worms exactly what they're naturally seeking. Over time, this practice turns tired, compacted soil into a living ecosystem, full of tunnels, castings, and improved fertility. Moisture is the final piece of the puzzle. Even the richest organic matter cannot attract worms if the soil is dry. Watering deeply after burying scraps or layering mulch over buried materials ensures that the soil stays damp and breathable, mimicking the conditions of a forest floor where worms thrive. You can test this by placing a wet piece of cardboard on bare soil overnight. Lift it gently in the morning, and you'll often see worms beneath it, responding to both moisture and shelter. Avoid excessive tilling, which can destroy the tunnels and fungal networks that worms create. Instead, focus on feeding the soil from above and below, allowing worms to naturally aerate and enrich the soil. Within weeks, you'll notice dark, crumbly soil, increased plant growth, and the telltale signs of thriving earthworm populations. This process works quietly, efficiently, and continuously, creating a garden ecosystem that is resilient, fertile, and self-sustaining. So, start small. Dig one trench in a corner of your raised bed, add kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, or soaked cardboard, cover it with soil, and water it. Watch for the first signs of life, moisture retention, worm tunnels, and castings. From there, your garden will slowly transform into a thriving, living ecosystem, all thanks to the humble earthworm. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Nature's Flora, share this video with fellow gardeners, and leave a comment telling us what you're burying in your garden to attract worms. Every small action you take today helps create a healthier, more vibrant garden tomorrow.